Okay, problem 4. It says for every 1/4 cup of chips, Mr. Z puts half a cup of pretzels. How many cups of chips would he put for 1 cup of pretzels? Okay, so we're trying to find out how many cups of chips for 1 cup of pretzels. We know how much he gets for half of a cup of pretzels. So, in my scratch paper over here, what we have is I drew a diagram, and imagine this represents 1 cup of pretzels, because that's what we're trying to find. So we know that half of a cup of pretzels represents, what we have is 1 1/4 cups of chips. Okay, so now what we have is, okay, this right here is half of a cup of pretzels, right? Now we want to know how much for 1 cup, which is another half. So half of a cup and half of a cup together make 1 cup of pretzels. So that's another 1 1/4. Oh, that's a half. 1 1/4 cups of chips. Okay, so now all we have to do is, since this all right here is 1 cup of pretzels, all I need to do is add 1 1/4 plus 1 1/4. So remember, when we add mixed numbers, what we could do is, on the side, we're going to separate the whole numbers and the mixed numbers. So we have my whole number, 1 1/4, plus another 1 1/4. Okay, so now 1 plus 1 is 2. And then 1/4 plus 1/4. Remember, when you add fractions, the denominators stay the same. So if I have 1/4 plus 1/4, my denominator stays the same, and I only add the numerators, so 1 plus 1 is 2. So this would be 2 plus 2/4, right? Now, 2/4 we know is the same as 1/2, because 2 is half of 4. So altogether, this would be 2 1/2. So your answer here should be 2 1/2 cups of chips. So one thing that's really important is, like, you could draw your diagram. Is really easy because it's half of a cup. So that's really all you have to do. And then when you add mixed numbers, remember that you add the whole numbers together and then you add the fractions together. And if you have 2 plus 2/4, that gives you 2 2/4, which is the same as 2 1/2, because 2/4, let me just show you right here. If I were to simplify 2/4, they both share a greatest common factor of 2, and that gets simplified to 1/2. So again, what I want you to do is you're going to press back and then re-enter the correct answer.